Today, I am going to rank the best and the worst Halloween candies. And I just closed my Halloween music. The stream is already scuffed. Before we get into it, there is one thing I need to address. I do not have candy corn. I know, blasphemy. How can you not have candy corn on a Halloween tier list? I do not have it in my possession. But we all know candy corn. We all know where it belongs. On D tier. I know most people absolutely hate candy corn. But me personally, I don't think it's the worst. I don't throw it in the garbage. It's like one of the last things you get to, you know, you're at the bottom of your Halloween bucket. And you just got a bunch of candy corn and whatever else you've thrown, like you've discarded at the time. I actually eat the candy corn. I don't toss it. I don't mind the candy corn. It's not absolute garbage for me. So for that, we're going to have to put it in D tier. There is absolutely nothing special to say about lollipops on Halloween. I'm never too happy seeing them, you know. So I have a lollipop here. And I'm going to try it. Yep, C tier, dog shit. The rest of them aren't going to be that quick. I'm actually going to analyze some of these. Let's do M&Ms. Yeah, everybody knows M&Ms. Everybody loves M&Ms. Well, maybe not everybody. We'll see. Got some M&Ms here. Just classic, original. Melt in your mouth, not in your hand type beat. Yeah, M&Ms are pretty good. You know, can't really go wrong with them. I'm kind of torn between like B and A. I think for now, I'm gonna put them in B tier, but that's to be determined. That could change. So M&Ms, it's a B for me. Next, I feel like we have to go peanut, right? I'm just jumping right into it. Fuck it. I feel like peanut M&Ms, you gotta crave specifically. Normally, I would just, if I'm going for M&Ms, I just get the original peanut M&Ms. They're not bad. But they're not my first option, you know? So I feel like it's only fair peanut M&Ms are right under regular M&Ms. At the end of the day, M&Ms are M&Ms. You throw a peanut in there, it doesn't change a whole lot, you know? It's a B. Not to be too biased here, but Reese's. Reese Cups have a special place in my heart. I've loved them ever since I was a wee lad. This was, for a long time, my favorite thing to get on Halloween. I know, some people, they prefer the like, holiday Reese Cup, or Reese, not cup, you know, the like trees, or the bunnies, and whatever else, because you get a lot more of the, I don't know, the peanut butter filling than the chocolate. Personally, I've always preferred the cups. I feel like they're always neater. You know, you get these little brown paper doodads that you can just like fold off, and the cup is just nice and firm. You know, you get the holiday ones. You got the little like white cardboard bullshit around it. You take it off, and some of the bottom of the cup always comes off with the wrapping. Here, you see we have a very clean wrapper, and the cup is completely intact. Right? This is why the cup is the go-to. And man, Reese's, you do not disappoint. Easy A tier, or S tier, sorry. Easy S tier. Man, that is one thing. Reese's, very savory. My whole mouth right now is just enveloped in this peanut butter chocolate goodness. But, I digress. We must move on. There are other candies. I don't know how you guys feel about Three Musketeers. For me, they've always been like the kind of oddball chocolate bar. You don't hate it, you don't love it, right? I don't really have much to say about Three Musketeers. Let's just jump into it. Actually, let's get a little break action for the kids at home. It's not really wanting to break. It's kind of like folding in on itself. There we go. Yeah, a little bit of that. So on the inside, it kind of has this. I'm sure you've had a Three Musketeers before, right? But it has this like stuff that kind of looks like marshmallowy filling. I don't know what this is. What is this? Whipped up, fluffy chocolate on chocolate taste. So apparently it's just like whipped chocolate. Three Musketeers, where are you? I feel like it should go like right in the middle, but I don't really have a strong preference towards it. I don't know. As we start filling out this list, we'll start getting a better idea of what's going on here. But for now, Three Musketeers, top of C tier. I'm leaving it there. We're moving on. Next one. What's it gonna be? I'm just gonna not even look. I'm digging around. Airheads. Now, I know we probably have some strong candy preferences here. Are you like a chocolate leaning person? Are you like the sugary, like hard candy person? Are you the, I don't know, Airheads and Laffy Taffy person? Maybe Starburst guy? I don't know. For me, I've always been more of a chocolate person. But I only have one Airhead here today, and it is the watermelon one, my favorite, so we're giving him the benefit of the doubt. Let's just bite into this. Kind of caught me off guard a little bit there. I haven't had Airheads in a long time. This is pretty good, not gonna lie. But what I don't like is how the first bite kind of like gets stuck in your teeth. And we are not only rating these candies on taste, but their experience that they offer. Airheads has to be a good B for me. You know, it's fuck lollipops. It's still like a sugary candy, but it's more taffy. I don't know. B sounds good. I do have a little surprise here, a little curveball. Maybe I have just fallen for their marketing campaign. They do advertise a left and a right Twix. So we are going to try them individually and see what the result is. So we're going to start with the left Twix because, I don't know, the rule of left, it just always seems right, you know? A little bit of the cookie started crumbling away on me when I took that bite. I'm going to save my opinions until after I try the right one as well. Trying to internalize this flavor for the right Twix. Okay. After trying both the left and the right Twix, I've come to the conclusion that Twix is very good. But their marketing campaign is nothing but that. A sham. There is no difference in the right and the left Twix. And if you think there is, I'm sorry, but you are just wrong. And I'm just gonna drop the mic there. We all have that neighbor that gives out apples on Halloween. Apples are a complete waste of time, and if I remembered to put it on this tier list, it would go in F tier, but I did not. And apples are not Halloween candy, and you're a fucking asshole if you give away apples on Halloween. Apples get an F tier. I feel like if you go up to a house and they have Butterfinger in their candy bowl, they're like next level, you know, trick-or-treaters. Something about them that just says, higher quality. I don't know what it is really, but I'm gonna try one. I don't really know what to call it. This like nougat inside. Sometimes it's just like you bite into it and it's a crumbly mess. It gets all over your shirt. This time, you know, it was pretty intact. It was pretty good. Had a fresh Butterfinger, and the chocolate, you can just kind of like, you know, take I tried to give a good example, but it's not really working. But you could kind of like just scrape the chocolate off of the nougat with your teeth, and I know I used to do that a lot as a youngin'. I'm not a huge fan of how it gets stuck like in the back of your teeth either. Butterfingers is another candy bar that I am realizing is not here, but this is so scuffed. Butterfingers has to get a B tier. B for Butterfingers. Fuck it. Next up is gonna be Rolos. Rolos hasn't been something that I've had a lot of in the past. Like, not even as a kid. But it is, when I have had it, normally a good experience for me. But we're just gonna jump into it here. Yeah, I'm down with that. Rolos. Very reminiscent of the Twix. You know what they don't have? Is that crunchy cookie that the Twix brings to the table. Now, Rolos are very good. I did enjoy that, which was just in my mouth. For me, the man who speaks nothing but fact and objective candy opinions, that opinion and objective doesn't really work together, but Rolos is A tier, under Twix. This next one, if you get this on Halloween, you are trick-or-treating in a very bougie area. That's not necessarily a bad thing, because, you know, the bougie neighborhoods have the best candy. They have, like, the full-sized bars and everything, you know? Ferrero Rocher. I don't think this is a classic Halloween candy, but this is a chocolate that I have gotten trick-or-treating before. Some say they're overrated. I don't know, man. I do enjoy them, but this is not about my opinion. This is about the cold hard facts, and I'm here to give you the cold hard facts. Here we go. Normally you bite into one, you know, and your teeth just kind of like scoop like butter through that, I don't know, hazelnut spread or whatever the fuck they put in these things. The whole thing, excuse me, just kind of came out in a giant ball in my mouth and really overpowered the chocolate. Normally, I'm a fan, but I think I enjoyed it more than the Three Musketeers. Ferrero Rocher is definitely overrated. Firm C tier. Almond Joy. I feel like Almond Joy, you either love it or hate it. And that's mostly due to the coconut. Because other than that, it's just chocolate and peanuts. Or, well, almonds. And unless you have a nut allergy, I feel like I'm talking too much. I'm just gonna go. Yeah, this is doing something for me. I feel like it definitely has to be somewhere around here. I don't know quite where to put it. Does the cookie make the difference? Is the cookie this much of a deciding factor? I kind of want to put it here, in between Twix and Rolos. I think this is where we settle. There's another two that I want to pair together here. Regular Hershey's chocolate. And, of course, I had to get the cookies and cream Hershey bar. We're going to start with the regular, as is standard. There's something nice about just simple chocolate. Simple chocolate done right. It goes a long way. It does have a very nostalgic taste. It's almost, I don't know, it's almost too sweet. It sounds weird saying that about chocolate, but I know exactly where to put this. In between regular and peanut M&Ms. Onto the cookies and cream Hershey bar. I'll go ahead and skip the foreplay here. Cookies and cream Hershey's is fucking bomb. I have liked this candy since since I was a kid. White chocolate is one of those things. You either love it or hate it. And I agree. It can be very overbearingly sweet. But you have these little cookie bits in here that kind of break up the white chocolate and provide this kind of like dull, savory something to like break up the rich white chocolate. I feel like it goes in A tier or like high B tier. I might have to try the Rolos again just to see how it stacks up. We're going back in time. Back to the Rolos. Okay. Alright. High B tier. I knew the moment I bit into that Rolo that the Hershey's cookies and cream did not belong. Moving on to another kind of sugary, powdery candy. I'm more of a chocolate guy rather than a hard candy. Like, what can I say about sweet tarts? It's just like condensed sugar. You bite into it and it just makes whatever part of your mouth that comes in contact with it, saliva just starts pouring just from like so much sugar. It's like slightly sour. Sweet tart's good to see. Milk duds. Just like holding it in my hand right now, it feels, I don't know if you can hear this, it feels just hard as fuck. Like I'm gonna break a tooth on one of these things. Anyway, here we go. I feel like I could chew on this shit for the rest of the year. Milk duds, man. Nerds. Looks like, you know those fucking rocks you put like on the bottom of your fish tank? That's what nerds are. I feel like they're, I don't know. They're probably a little better than sweet tarts, right? These little, you guys, these are classic. You know, you've seen these. Another, it's very similar to sweet tarts, and that's probably a little foreshadowing as to where they're gonna be. But let's just. I remember kids used to bring Smarties to school, and they would like crunch them up, and then like fucking snort them like it was cocaine, and then I don't know if that really did anything for them. They're not like spectacular tasting, but C tier, the Crunch Bar. Right off the bat, you open it and you can see the crunch. I know crunch is like a sound, something you feel, but you can see the crunch on this bitch. But without further ado, looking at some of the other placements here, I think we need to change some things. I think this tier list is looking a little better now. Twizzlers. Now I'll go ahead and tell you, licorice, not a fan. Yeah, it's just kind of weird. It's not even like, is this even candy? Twizzlers, dare I say it, are even worse than candy corn. Yeah. Fuck Twizzlers. Goes right in the trash. And don't even get me started on black licorice. York Mints. Now, York Mints is not a traditional Halloween candy, but you know, most of the time I see them like around Christmas, I guess. Sometimes you get them with your bill at restaurants. I don't know. I kind of like them. They're chocolate. They're minty, so they leave you with this little refreshed something or other. I'm just gonna try it. York Mints. I forgot how good these were. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I feel like I could just slam like a whole bag of these things. I was kind of starting to feel icky from eating all this candy. Felt a little twist in my tummy. But yeah, something about this mint just refreshed me, brought me back to life. Going in B tier. Now and later, I feel like another one of those candies that by the time they get to you, they're just stale as fuck. You're basically chewing a fruit rock. I don't know, this shit kind of tastes like plastic, you know? It's just kind of weird. Now and laters. How about now and never again? I'd even put this shit under original Twizzlers. Swedish Fish. It's not like other candies. It's not really too sweet. It's nice and soft. Subtle, even. I can't really explain the experience I'm going through right now, but I kind of want to just eat this whole pack. I don't even know what this flavor is, but it's familiar and it is unique to Swedish Fish. All right, I'm moving Airheads down and Swedish Fish actually takes its spot. Let's bust open the Sour Patch Kids. Sour Patch Kids are pretty good. I am enjoying the Sour Patch Kids more than some of these, but about the same as the Swedish Fish, which is making me rethink some of my positioning here. Pretty happy with that. Whoppers. The original malted milk balls. Does that sound appetizing to you guys? Because it doesn't really sound too appetizing to me. But I feel like I could just keep popping these things. Like, I remember when I was a kid, I think I've only ever had it one time, but it comes in like the big carton, and you know, you open it like school milk, and then you can just like pour them. These things, they have like a kind of weird, subtle, addicting flavor. Man, Whoppers. Holy shit. Some of these candies have surprised me. But man, I feel like you're right. I can't put them too high. But they are a candy that I could like eat a lot of. Right, the taste is there, the texture is weird. You bite into it, you're biting into some kind of like dry, crusty ball. But it's more like the aftertaste that starts to make me think more about them. They're not like amazing, but they're not bad. Payday Peanut Caramel Bar. Emphasis on the peanut, because that is mostly what you're looking at here when you bust it open. The peanuts are just like Planters peanuts. They're even salted a bit, you know? I can still taste a little bit of the salty nut on my lips. I wouldn't really say it's like a sweet treat like the rest of these things, though. That's why it's kind of awkward for me. It's more of a savory, salty caramel snack. Payday's pretty good. I might even put it... It is a hard decision to make. It's either here or here. You know what? I think you're right. Skittles. Specifically, these are the Skittles Shriekers, the Halloween marketed version. It has both the regular and the sour. Really, it's supposed to be a surprise which one you get, so I guess we'll just go until we get a good variety. Starting off with a regular, original orange. Yeah. Can't say much about it. Whoa. Okay. So the first two I grabbed. Both of them were orange. So I was like, surely one of these is going to be sour, one of them will be sweet. Well, I was right. But the first one, which I thought was original orange, was actually the sour orange. I haven't had Skittles in a long ass time, and I forgot what the original orange had tasted like. But that sour is not, it's not that sour. I feel like naturally, these have to go together. The sour one is better. Milky Way. Another one that I've probably only had once, ever. Wow. Wow. Mmm. Milky Way. So let's see if I can find the Three Musketeers here to compare these two. I don't know if you're gonna be able to tell on camera. Let me get a close up here. They're basically filled with the same stuff. The only difference is, the Milky Way has this layer of caramel at the top that really just, it takes the base of the Three Musketeers and turns it up to 11. It turns it on its head. It puts a twist on it that is really doing something for me. Man, that might even be better than the Rolos, dude. I'm starting to question my whole life staring at this tier list right now. Kit Kats, they had very successful commercials. Everyone's saying, give me a break of that Kit Kat bar, and let me tell you, I'd say the same. The chocolate on top of the wafer just, and it's such a light, sweet chocolate. I feel like it's an A tier up here somewhere. Maybe even, dare I say, S tier. The only thing holding me back from just throwing Kit Kat in S tier is I'm looking at Twix. And Twix, to me, has always been one of those chocolate bars that I just adore. Something's got to give here. How about Twix goes up and Kit Kat takes its spot? That looks good to me. Now last, but certainly not least, Snickers. It has a lot that it brings to the table. Very reminiscent of the, what is it? The Milky Way, the Three Musketeers. It has this, this little layer of that, like, whipped chocolate filling here. And the caramel on top, just like the Milky Way. But what they've done to change the game up once more is put the peanuts in between those two layers. And that, oh my god. Yeah. Snickers definitely goated. There are a couple things we need to address here. We need to go back, maybe revise this, revisit some of these candies, compare them to one another, and really finalize this tier list. What spots are up for contention here? I feel like Rolos. It was Rolos and Milky Way, right? Oh yeah, Ferrero Rocher versus Whoppers. We're revisiting Ferrero Rocher and Whoppers. We had the Whoppers most recent. I think it's only fair that we dive back into the Ferrero Rocher first. I don't want to be distracted by words. Okay. All right. I've made a decision. Ferrero Rocher is a very good chocolate. However, it is also very rich, almost overbearing. you know? Like, I would eat one and then I'm done. I don't want any more. Whoppers, on the other hand. You eat one, they are smaller. I'll give you that. They're just so easy to keep popping. They're like oddly addicting. If anything, it should be like this. Now the other point of contention, Milky Way versus Rolos. There is something that I believe is affecting my ability to judge these candies. And that's the fact that I've sampled about 30 plus different candies. And I'm feeling a little sick. I almost spilled my beans taking a bite out of that Rolo, but we will persevere. I am glad they ended up right next to each other, because I get very similar vibes from both of these candies. But I believe I did make an error. The Rolo, side by side, does beat out the Milky Way. And I believe with that, that concludes my 100% factual Halloween candy tier list. Everyone who watched, I hope you enjoyed. And I am going to go shit and or puke my brains out. You guys have a great night. Thank you for watching. And hope you enjoyed. Till next time. I picked up that apple that I tossed earlier.